Hello, I'm Jim Bergman from Commercial Officers Group, and I want to thank you for taking a few minutes to listen in on a topic that's really important to us within Commercial Officers Group. It's an area that we've seen increased visibility and importance, and we just want to make sure that we're sharing these insights with you. We within Commercial Officers Group have a portal where we've put in all of our intellectual property, our research, our findings, our materials, and we want to make sure that you're aware of that portal and that you have access to it if you so desire. So we within Commercial Officers Group have done some research, and we've come to the realization that organizations are increasingly seeing their contracts and commercial relationships as being more like assets. And these assets, much like any other asset, need to be optimized. What is it about an asset that you can do in order to get maximum yield off of it? What are the things you can avoid doing that would suboptimize the yield off of that asset? So the contracts and the commercial relationships are very much akin to assets and should be treated as such. And so the question then becomes, what have we done to ensure that our contracts and relationships are aligned to the broader corporate or enterprise strategies and objectives? Because if we can create an asset base that has that cohesion, that alignment, we're able to find synergy across that portfolio of contracts and relationships to generate yet even more value for our organizations. We have to ask ourselves, once we've got those assets in place, those contracts, those relationships, what are we doing to improve the talent and the tools that are going to be needed in order to continue to nurture those contracts and relationships and to grow the yield off of them? We need to figure ways to maximize the ROI, the return on investment around those assets, those contracts, and those relationships. And so the research, the tools, the webinars that we've created and continue to create and place into our portal at Commercial Officers Group is intended to provide to you a resource that we hope would be of great value. We find that our licensees are continually in search of how to make sure that they are not viewed as a disabler of commercial value, but rather how to become an enabler and to maximize their impact and the value that they generate as enablers of high yield contracts and high yield commercial relationships. And so within the portal that we've created, we've got a number of resources, and we want to make sure that you have access, and the access is through a license. Now the license can be for an individual as a practitioner, and some of the content in there is going to be specifically targeted towards you as practitioners. Some who have entered into the portal or will be entering in are management, our leadership. And so we've created a separate area of the portal designated and populated with materials that are going to be of greater interest towards leadership individuals. All in all, though, as an enterprise, as an organization, you can undertake a corporate or a team license, and that team corporate license is going to be open to your entire organization, which might be 100 people, 1,000 people. It's up to you to decide. It's the same amount, the same license fee, regardless of how many individuals you put in. And within that portal, you and your colleagues are going to have access to a number of webinars. We run webinars on a weekly basis, so at least 50 a year. And so if you have teammates that are looking for continuing education credits, for learning and development obligations for themselves for the given year, it's a great resource for them to tap into. And that license fee is going to be the same amount of money regardless of how many individuals you put on that license, regardless if they're practitioners or leadership members. It really does not matter to us. What matters to us is that you take full advantage of the portal, not only those webinars, but also the research that we are putting into our library, the white papers, the tools, the templates, and various other resources. So we encourage you to go to the portal and see what you can find, and hopefully there will be some value for you, because we really firmly believe that by optimizing the value and the yield off of your contracts and your commercial relationships, you're optimizing the ROI on that asset base. So please reach out to us if you have any questions, and we would certainly love to hear from you. But we look forward to seeing you out at www.commercialofficers.com. Thanks so much.